and in focus. Click the links for the alternative video platforms or to support the channel through crypto or coffee or the rest. So at the beginning, he makes this very excellent point. At some point, faith in the establishment becomes so low that they just assume you're lying on principle, and it doesn't matter if you're able to completely control all information or not. People simply won't believe you. Basically, that's the point the establishment is at now for probably half of the United States population. And the thing is, even if you're on the left, you know that the left-wing media is giving you a very, very biased partisan perspective. People think that if something is a lie just because the media said it, and they're right, the media is lying. And, you know, keep in mind that 100% of the mainstream media excludes an alternative nationalist perspective. I say you can say like 95% of the mainstream media is left of center and 5% is right of center, but 100% of it excludes a nationalist perspective. There is no alt mainstream media. There's no alt perspective. There's no equal opportunity for a Jared Taylor or those type of guys to be interviewed on mainstream airwaves. So you're getting a perspective that they want you to get. Now the thing is, with the rise of the internet, social media, alternative platforms, and then alt social media, things like Gap, Telegram, Discord, and various other private chat rooms. It's like those are kind of, incubators, ideas. There are, private chat rooms with a limited chat. Those are where ideas get incubated and memes are created, and then they flow out to Gab, and then they overflow onto Twitter, where people use the weaponized power of meme autism. The meme format is a very sharp sword for the conservative thoughts because the left can't meme, and that's not a joke. They can't. The left doesn't understand humor because the left is propaganda, where the right is willing to throw a grenade and laugh at everyone. The left can't do that because they have a hierarchy to follow. My point is the mainstream media is slowly losing power to the internet's alt media, which is why they're, more censorship for Facebook. It doesn't really matter. If you're on Facebook, then you're content to eat the Soylent Green. People will think something is a lie just because the media said it. There's no way to reestablish trust at this point, so you have to wonder what the goal is of these new disinformation and brainwashing programs. At some point, the goal of the media seems to be more about demoralizing than disinforming. Okay, so Reid Hoffman is the Russian disinformation voting fraud guy. He got busted for manipulating a Alabama Senate race. A bunch of these people who were involved in the new Soros media. It's like, yes, this isn't some Daily Stormer Babylon Onion article. This is for real. Soros media. He's teaming up with a bunch of, Hoffman types, very far left globalists. They call themselves progressives, but I think globalist is a more accurate term. And the thing is, a lot of these guys, they're over a certain age, and, Soros has got a ton of money. But the thing is, not every idea is going to be a good one. He's 91 years old. He doesn't have his finger on the pulse of the internet. And a lot of people, I'd say 50 and over, they understand the normie internet, but they're not understanding the power of the alt media to incubate ideas and then overflow those ideas into the mainstream normie media. So I think something like Soros is Good Think Media. I think that's what the name was. Oh, Good Information. Just right out of Orwell. I think this is going to be something that's going to be dead on arrival, but it's going to be a subsidized media program, which is interesting. So it's like it has no need to sell advertising. It just can be nothing more than propaganda. Propaganda is it's actually pretty difficult to write well, even though CNN and Fox have been doing it for 20 years. But as they get more extreme, it becomes more obvious because, eventually people notice that you're peeing on their leg, and you can gaslight people as much as you want, but eventually you look at someone and you go, oh, this person constantly lies. CNN is constantly lying. And like the guy said, it's like once you've impeached someone as to their veracity, they're no longer a trustworthy source of information, and you can't believe them simply because one time they say something you agree with. If they're not trustworthy, they're not trustworthy. You have to throw them out and start a new media company. Thing is, with Soros, he's a meme at this point. The things I can't say on YouTube, but obviously you know about Soros. Anything with his name attached to it is going to be poison. And if they think Tucker Carlson is far right, oh my God, that is a normie take right there. And here's the funny thing about people in the media. It doesn't matter if they're on the left or the right. Guys like Tucker Carlson or who's that Vanderbilt guy? I can remember Anderson Cooper. They all know what's up with, these Soroses and Hoffmans, and they know what's up. Everyone in the media knows what's up. Even people like me who are on a small scale do cover a little bit of news. If you're following the news for 6 months, a year, you know what's up. You know the elephant in the room. And so everyone you see on TV on the right definitely knows the situation. The emperor has no clothes. Like maybe someone like Rachel Maddow is completely drinking the Kool-Aid, like they're just insane, or Don Lemon seems to be literally a crazy person. But anyone in the right of center media, like if you ever got them in private without any hidden cameras or stuff, like everyone's on the same page. In fact, it was would you like to have a conversation with somebody? It's like there's no point. We're all on the same page. There's no need to. You don't need to say what doesn't need to be said. Anyway. Basically another left-wing media company, a Soros Hoffman company. It's like, that's a meme. It's just right out of Tel Aviv. It's just a meme in itself. Another left-wing media company in a market that is moving away from left-wing media to the alt media of Gab, Telegram, Discord, and a bunch of other private, I don't know if they're conservative or nationalist, identitarian think tanks, meme rooms, meme generators. They're like ideas, where our ideas nucleate and then propagate through alt media to mainstream media. That happens in these private chat rooms, and you're not going to shut those things down. For Soros and Hoffman to tie themselves to a Pravda Incorporated is basically a wet dream for the alt media types of Daily Stormer, UNZ, American Renaissance, and there's about a dozen alt media sites that are big that I'm aware of, because it's not anti-istophobic, if you know what I mean, when they literally do control the media. And I say this in all seriousness, soon the truth will be istophobic hate speech, and for our own safety it must be outlawed. It's only a matter of time before the United Nations or some other globalist body makes an approved media list for Europe. They literally already block websites in some European countries. Why would you want someone else to censor the ideas that you should entertain? Someone else is exerting their control over you to filter information that you're allowed to view. That strikes me as insane. Time to sharpen up the pitchforks if you're in Europe. And, honestly, who do you think controls the United Nations and those kind of globalist groups? The bankers control the world. Politicians are just appointed figureheads. And most liberals love to be spoon-fed anti-white media. I think they already control 99% of the mainstream media. You've got the mainstream TV media, then you've got BuzzFeed, Vox, Mike's, Salon, Slate, Now This, all basically the left-wing versions of Daily Stormer. And for the life of me, I can't figure out how they make enough in ad revenue to keep them in caramel macchiatos. I can't imagine what Soros and Hoffman Media Incorporated will be. Probably just openly advocating for white genocide. Almost nothing the left does is grassroots. You can tell by, you check out their Twitter and you see the interactions they get, the likes and the comments and the impressions. It's like you've got this billionaire group and they're getting like a couple hundred likes. It's like, this is somebody who's got $30 billion and he's coming up with this idea and it gets like 200 likes. That's insane. He's got like 200 likes on, just George Soros himself, 200 likes on a post, but he has 6,000 comments. It's not grassroots. This is not the will of the people. You're basically enslaved to Soros, Hoffman, Greenblatt, Cohen types. They have the support of the bankers, but not the people. But in a world that is ruled by bankers and the IMF, you don't need the support of the people. You can just buy politicians until people wake up and sharpen up the guillotines. Then the whole cycle begins again. There is no future in globalism. You will always be a slave to a Soros or Rothschilds. Only tribalism and nationalism can work. People hate each other in general, but different tribes really hate each other. This is so he's like billions and billions and billions of dollars, and he's got thrown money at this project. He got 182 likes and 6,000 comments for his own media company, which, to look at it, you think like, this seems dead on arrival. Why are you doing this? I don't know. We'll follow it up and we'll find out. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, support channel if you can, and I'll see you guys next episode.